Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Bull Talk podcast. With me today, I've got the usual bunch: Ben White
Hello.
and Jack Ritchie.
Evening.
And he's enjoyed himself so much last time he was on. He is returning. It is Tony Cornforth.
Howdy, folks.
And obviously, I'm your host, Jarrad Clark. First topic we've got on today is the pitch incidents. Obviously, he had a bit of dodginess on was it the Rangers? It was Rangers.
Villa as well.
And Villa, I was just about to say, don't worry. Jack Grealish got smacked, and sits down and gives a cheeky grin to the camera afterwards. So let's start with you, Ben. What do you think? Are our players safe? And this is something players shouldn't have to worry about.
First of all, I think it's absolutely disgusting. No one should be entering the pitch at all. And I think the clubs need to look at themselves and sort of their security out. I think they need actual professional security.
The security does need to
stewards
get
that are
better.
18 and they don't know anything about it. Them
Yeah.
paid all this money
yes,
for
I think-
football.
Some people or some clubs would say obviously getting more security would cost more, but when you're getting the gate receipts that these clubs get, you can afford security. So
The thing is,
that's a
safety's
bit
got to
of
be
a-
up there as one of the main priorities.
Yeah,
And because family, kids go there. Obviously, I know kids go there because I get constant abuse from their dads when I go to football games. So, one thing I wanted to
Doesn't
add
shock
was if the security's not good at, obviously the game which it happened at was the Villa Birmingham game, which is a big derby game. And if the security's not good there and players are just running onto the pitch there, then I can't understand where the security at a normal game is not going to be anywhere near, is it? I can't understand. It's a derby game. They've got to expect things like that to happen, and he's just ran onto the pitch. So I think that's shocking. At that sort of game, the security not to be good enough, where you think it would be. So
thing is, I don't think fans help out either because you heard them chanting afterwards.
Yeah.
You can't blame the fans.
you're not going to stop that. It's just some idiot.
How do you
No,
say this guy? This guy,
but when
it could
it
be the
comes-
first game.
But when it
I
comes
doubt
to it,
very much
yeah.
he's a season ticket holder.
But when it comes to it, you're a fan. If something happened, like say a bombing or something, or someone got hurt, why would you cheer them?
We're saying
Why
that could be a
would
lot
you cheer
worse.
a
It could
player
have
getting
been a knife
smacked?
or anything.
Yeah, but why would you cheer a fan coming
When
on?
you're in the
smacked?
game atmosphere like that, I don't know, you're in the moment. You're just going to get that. You can't stop people like that cheering and stuff. You just got to stop people who are doing it, who are actually because they're going to cheer it because they're not going to get in trouble for cheering, are they, and things like that. But they're not. They're sensible enough not to run on the pitch and do that because they know where the line is. So, but
Yeah, I think we're being
Yeah.
a little bit harsh on Birmingham and the clubs to do it because I know you're saying that they should have better security, and I agree with you. They should have better
I know.
security.
Yeah, I know it's not easy,
And,
but
yeah,
at a derby game,
but-
I think it needs to be better.
Because obviously it happened the same day, didn't it? With when the guy ran on and went up to Chris Smalling in the Arsenal United game, didn't it? I think it happened.
Yeah.
That happened the same day as Grealish getting punched in the face, which was just. I don't think that's like what Arsenal or the Emirates security's fault, or same with at Birmingham at St Andrews. I don't think it's their fault necessarily, and I don't think they should be punished. The clubs in general, like when people were saying about Birmingham should get deducted points for this, or
Oh yeah, that was
Oh, that's a
ridiculous.
joke.
but I'm just saying that I think that's going a little bit too far.
Yeah, I think maybe it just
Whereas-
the league itself just maybe needs to look at security measures and things like that.
Yeah.
I feel and just see if there's anything can be done to.
Yeah, I know.
Make it better.
I also said that Jay was like, "Oh, they've got money with ticket revenue and everything, and they could probably put more money in security." But a lot of Championship clubs and a lot of clubs, even Premier League clubs, are still making losses and still not making profits and stuff. So they're trying to cut corners at every possible turn, and obviously security is one of those ones where they probably just have the minimal health and safety regulations.
It's one of those things you shouldn't cut corners though. I see it.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, as a club's
Yeah.
point of view, when they're
Yeah,
when
I
they're trying to make
understand
money,
that. Yeah.
and
Thing is, another
That's-
point is when you look at these clubs that 15 to 20 in the Championship, maybe 25,000 capacity. having a steward watch every one of them is ridiculous. They shouldn't have to.
I say
There
because
should be-
when I was
Oh, sorry.
Jay.
I was going to say there should be bigger bans and, you know, more fines, just stricter laws and rules penalising these invaders.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the guy's going at what is 14 sentenced 14 weeks, wasn't it, in jail? I think the fella was.
Yeah. It'd be out.
And then
after.
yeah, it'll be out. But he's lost his job as well, and he's got a life ban. Thing with life bans as well is that like they actually don't because obviously who if you put his like you're not going to put his face up at every entrance of like every single stadium in the country because he's got a life ban from football, not just from St Andrews, I think. So to police that as well is difficult. So I'm not really sure where what they're gonna do about it. That's the problem with it.
I think it's good that he's lost his job and things like that. You know, obviously, it shows that it's not right. He's obviously going to learn from that, I would imagine. But it shows he can't just get away with it. So that's good.
And it happened a few days prior as well, obviously. Rangers game. Yeah, that was ridiculous. It was a couple of them, but it just seems as soon as one does it, you get copycats.
It seems the latest thing at the moment, doesn't it? It's like one of those things that just everyone seems to want to do it. It's like with pitch invasions. I remember when everyone wanted to bloody do that, and it just does my head in.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's just, I don't know, it's just another thing like that where just people want to invade the pitch any means possible. So one thing I will say actually, the person who did take down the person who did hit Grealish did a good job actually to like take him down. Took him down as quick as he as soon as after he did it, caught up to him and rugby tackled him to the floor. So to be fair, like there with that steward, he's done well to obviously get the situation down from where it is and reacted quickly. So that's good.
But it could have been a hell of a lot different.
Yeah, it could have been even worse.
Yeah,
but obviously, like
that.
they are saying that, like, what next? Is it going to be a knife? So, I suppose.
Yeah.
And it's not just been this year. It's happened before.
It's happened for years. It happened to Graham Stack when he was abroad. He got tackled by a fan, ran on the pitch.
And it could be a lot worse. I mean, you look at some of the Turkish leagues, and you know the lesser, the poorer leagues. You see it happening even with players.
I think it's more like fan culture as well. I think that's a big problem where like you can just see in his face, he's just got absolute hatred for Jack Grealish, like absolute hatred for him. I know obviously me and Jack have a experience with hatred with a particular football club, but like you can see hatred in his face.
What club's this?
No, it doesn't. but we're not going to actually we're not going to go and like rugby tackle or punch any players or throw anything at them because
I might one of their fans, but not the players.
But yeah, I think the culture of it because people probably have the same sort of hatred and dislike that we have, but they're just willing to go a bit further because they've got that type of personality. And I do think there's a proper thing wrong with fan culture and rivalries. Like people hating on each other. You see like rivalries in like Argentina between Boca and River, and you saw like when they had the Copa America when they had to reschedule it like twice, and then it had to be played in Qatar.
Went to Spain, didn't it?
Oh no, not Qatar. So we went to the Bernabeu, didn't it? Not Qatar.
Yeah.
And it's just shocking, really. Like then that I think needs to be tackled more than actual pitch invasions as well, because like if we just try and make sure fan culture's not as aggressive, then maybe we can.
It could even get to a point where they start punishing, like you said, the clubs. Like obviously they were talking about, people were talking about Birmingham taking a deduction. That could be brought in where it is out of, like if people do that, then your club.
Yeah,
and it ruins it for everyone.
You're still going to get people.
I know.
Might even get people who aren't supporting the club.
I don't want them to bring that in. Yeah, you don't want that to come in. But I'm just saying, they could force their hand, something like that. Well, hopefully not.
I think we've pretty much touched up on the pitch incidents. Does anyone got anything else to add, or?
No.
All sweet. Well, we'll move on to the FA Cup results. A few dodgy ones, obviously. First, we'll talk about Palace on Watford.
Sorry.
It broke my heart. Batshuayi gets one back after obviously Capu. A good goal, but Batshuayi gets one back, and I'm sitting there like crying with joy, going, "This could be our year."
I know
And-
why you're gutted actually, or like upset. It's because it could be Gomez's last game. That'd be why. Because he's obviously announced retirement at the end of the season, so they're saying it could be his last game. So because he was obviously going around and hugging everyone and stuff. So
Yeah,
But-
but obviously I'd like to have seen this come through. It was a good game. It was a good game, but when you're bringing on Benteke to change your game, that's when you know
you know it's bad when Benteke's not
You've
starting
had
the game. He must be going, what the hell's going on here?
he's been awful though. Like,
Yeah.
did anyone else have anything to add
Um,
about the Palace game, or it was kind of a scene result? Watford are doing well,
Not
or
so much
okay.
Palace, Millwall a bit unlucky, weren't they today?
I kind of just
Yeah.
I just kind of looked at that game between Watford and Palace and saw Watford at home, and I just thought, yeah, Watford win. I don't know. I just thought like in that sort of game in the FA Cup, I just thought whoever's at home probably going to do the best job. Like I don't know. I just kind of I know that's obviously such a one-dimensional way of thinking, but I wasn't surprised when Watford went through. Not in the slightest.
It's annoying. Could have been all year. Roy.
Yeah.
But Millwall Brighton, obviously that happened earlier on today, as it is Sunday.
Yeah.
This time we're filming. It
Yeah.
was looking such a
They were unlucky, weren't they? I think the goalkeeper apparently had a bit of a howler. I haven't seen it myself.
Yeah, he made a massive mess of the last goal in like the 90, like third or fourth minute, I think
Ooh.
it was. Oh. Yeah, it's got to feel sorry for the lad.
It's a shame. I could have seen Millwall going far, to be honest. Like they're that sort of club. It would have meant so much to them.
Well, yeah, didn't they?
Yeah.
They had that stat where they've got further than Liverpool over the last 14 years. They've won more FA Cup games than Liverpool have. I think that's the stat. Yeah, and like, obviously they haven't been in the Premier League and they've been in League One and the Championship.
I wouldn't have minded seeing Millwall win it. To be fair, it would have been nice.
I
Yeah.
was shocked
Get 'em
that
far.
Murray missed a penalty in the
Yeah.
shootout.
Oh god, the Jake Cooper, Reading Youth Academy. Bloody hell, he blasted it over at the end. that was the one that decided it.
Did Murray Wallace?
God.
Was Murray Wallace playing Tony? Or-
I didn't see. I couldn't remember. But I watched the penalty shootout.
he scored in the round
Yeah.
before ex-Huddersfield. Apparently he's been a bit of a hero recently.
Well, the thing is about them is I looked at the lineup and it was Alex Pearce and Jake Cooper at centre back, and they used to play for Reading at centre back together. So I was
Alex
just like, oh, here we
Pearce,
go.
when they sign him?
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah,
I just saw Ryan Tunnicliffe. But no, Man City, Swansea.
Oh,
They
That was
were unlucky,
dirty.
weren't they?
it's just like like you're just like it's 2-0 to Swansea. You're just like it just doesn't even matter, does it? Like City gonna come back and win. Bring on Aguero, bring on Sterling, bang bang. Yeah, I don't
They
even
did
know
well to
nothing
get
else
the
to add.
game. Yeah.
The
Yeah, it's good to see all
VAR,
the smaller clubs still pushing the bigger teams in the games.
That is
What the
good.
FA Cup should be about.
Yeah.
That's what the FA Cup's about, isn't it?
Do you guys see Swansea's second goal though?
No,
like,
I wouldn't want to see it unless it's somebody much.
No, it was it was like they've completely out Man City. Like the passing, passed it around the back with the goalkeeper touched everything. It was such a nice goal and a really nice finish as well. So it was just nice. It was just nice to see Man City get a bit of their own medicine. A taste of it.
But yeah, I wanted Swansea. In all fairness, and another shock. There wasn't really any shock before, but Wolverhampton and Man U.
Yeah, they've
Brilliant.
done well, didn't they?
I'm happy to see United lose it. I like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but I'm not a fan of United, so
I think that's
Yeah, I think it's just
everyone in
nice
the
that-
country, pretty much,
I think
isn't it? Everyone likes Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but they're not really that bothered about Man United.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
And
it's just
I
nice
think
that
Wolves, they're that team that spent money and spent it well. Coming from a straight promotion to, what is it, 7th in the league?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Second
Yeah.
is normally always the hardest. obviously tells Bardersville.
Yeah,
So-
you know.
Yeah, I know from experience. So that I think that would be a big test, seeing if their players can cope again for a second season. But I think they probably will, to be honest.
Yeah, I think they've got enough.
Rashford was a bit selfish that game as well.
Yeah, well, I'm just happy Wolves have gone through. To be fair, like I just think I was starting to worry that even after all these knockouts and everyone it was going to be like Man United, Man City final or something, and I was just like, oh, it's boring. I don't really care. Like, I mean, I don't care about the FA Cup anyway. We've really established this a couple of weeks ago, but I'd still rather watch like Wolves v Man City in the final and get Wolves give them a good game. That'd be like I think because I think Wolves and Watford drew each other, didn't they? And then Brighton and City, that was the FA Cup draw today, I think. So,
Yeah. To be fair, we've got some tasty semi-final fixtures there. Watford or Wolves definitely going to the final, one of them. And obviously, I'm hoping Brighton turn City over. I doubt it, but with
That'd
Glenn
be
Murray,
brilliant.
you never know.
yeah.
You never know with Glenn Murray up front, do you?
No, it's just a man of magic.
No, but there should be a good couple of games, I suppose.
I mean, obviously, the FA Cup isn't my sort of cup. AFCON is my cup.
I love the FA Cup.
I'm more of a Carabao fan. It's just typical me.
Yeah, it's difficult.
But we'll move on. Talking about cups, there was a Champions League draw. Sometime, was it Friday morning, 11 o'clock? Yeah.
Some interesting draws in that.
Some tasty draws in that. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about Spurs City. It's going to happen. Two of the English teams we're going to get drawn against each other.
Yeah, I think me and my brother were working it out the other day. Like, what were the odds for no English semi-finals, one English semi-final, and two English semi-finals? And I think it was like 28. I think it was like 28 to 35 or something that there'll be one English semi-final. So it was bound to happen. I was just disappointed it was Man City Tottenham. I mean,
Yeah.
I think out of all the English semi-finals, you'd want like Man United Liverpool or Liverpool Man City or.
Imagine
Liverpool,
Liverpool City. Ooh. Yeah.
So it's just something like that. It's like, but Tottenham and Man City, I'm just like, oh. Like it's probably the least appealing out of all the combinations that could have happened.
Yeah, I mean, I can only see it going one way. City.
So they play each other 3 times in 10 days, I think, or something stupid.
Jesus
So
Christ.
like they've got a meeting in the league as well. It's like
They're going to have to stop the Gegenpress then, in City.
yeah,
Change
like
up in the midweek.
the problem we have with that is that are they actually going to know what competition they're playing and like the players on the pitch? Like, so
You just have a split moment where Sissoko's sitting there thinking, hang on a minute, what day is it?
yeah.
Just turn around, they go to a draw or something in the second leg or whatever. Or was there second legs in semis? No, I can't remember if they changed it or not. But and you just see it goes to extra time or something, and they go like half the players don't even realise it's going to extra time.
I thought it was a league game.
Yeah, they all stop walking down the tunnel and then come back out.
Yeah.
And next one, Barca United.
Yeah, that's tasty.
United are screwed, I think.
I don't know.
Unless they sit part of the bus, go back to Mourinho style.
I just think Messi against Bailly, Lindelof, Smalling. I think that's going to be overwhelmed. To be honest.
They're sitting on their asses.
I'll be honest. Like Man United's, I think the defense is definitely their weak point now. Like
I think that back four was missing Paddy McNair.
Paddy McNair.
Problem is with all their injuries as well.
Shame like, but yeah, it's just.
I say Barca all over.
Yeah,
Man United won 3 of the last 11 matches against Barcelona.
That's not a good record.
But 4 have been draws and 4 Barcelona have won. So
it's quite. Okay, so it's quite a sort of average.
Quite close, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I still fancy Barcelona though. I just think they've got a bit too much, and also Man United are still battling for the top 4. And I think Barcelona are quite far ahead, top of the Liga. So
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
I think, yeah, they're going to be playing for the Champions League, going for it as well, because I think they really want Messi to get his fifth, to be putting on par with Ronaldo, his fifth Champions League. So I think they're going to be gunning for that.
Next two are, well, in my opinion, the best draws for me. Liverpool Porto. I think Porto could have the minerals to shock.
Yeah.
And
I just hope
Liverpool,
it's.
will they carry on playing as defensive as they've been the past couple of games in the Prem, or
Probably not again. I
I
think they'll take it to Porto, I would imagine.
you reckon?
Yeah, I think they will. But...
I really just hope it's not like last year when they got, because they had the same draw happen last year in the land of 16, and Porto lost 5-0 in the first leg against Liverpool. And the second leg was just one of the biggest dead rubber games you're ever going to see. So I just hope it's not. I hope Porto really give them a game and show the rest of Europe what they can really do.
Yeah. Saying to that,
Obviously,
Ajax, I'm hoping do well.
that's what I was going to say. Obviously, biggest club for me and my pick to win, Ajax. That's me going out on one. I love an underdog. And
I know
the
you
way
do.
Ajax played last round,
Yeah.
I can see them doing it.
They've got some exciting players, haven't
young
they? Like young, exciting players, and they're playing good football.
Yeah,
I don't know. It just would be nice to see them back up there again. Obviously,
Juventus
De Jong,
went out
De
and
Ligt.
shocked.
Yeah.
Shocked? Are you sure it's a shock? Ronaldo scoring a hat-trick against Atletico Madrid? Not as much of a shock as you may think. He's done that quite a few times.
Yeah, I just didn't see it. I didn't see it coming. I think it annoyed me.
Yeah, well, we were at the Reading game on the same night, and we didn't look at any of the results on on our phones, and then we got onto the bus, me and my friend Andy, and we looked at him and was like, "Oh, Juventus won 3-0. Bet you it was a Cristiano Ronaldo hat trick," which for a joke, and we're like, "Oh, it's not going to be." Blah, blah, blah. We looked at it and it was. So it's like, "Oh my bloody god!"
Can you imagine the odds on that?
Yeah. It's like, not again.
Did we want to mention some Europa League draw? Because it is my favourite.
Should we move on to the quiz?
Yeah, we'll move on to the quiz. What we'll do next week is I'll have a little Europa League segment where I just talk about my favourite Europa League teams this year. Because that's my tournament. So yeah, we'll get moving on to the quiz.
Ritchie's quiz of the week.
This week's quiz is on St. Patrick's Day, so like Irish players. So I thought let's do something current. Obviously it might not be an easy quiz, but I thought it'd be quite funny. So we'll start off with you, Tony, and the first question is how many Irish? But I'll go through everyone. How many Irish players have played in the Premier League this season? Like how many are in each squad?
Oh wow! What is that question?
Yeah, I know. It's just you can just have a guess, but it's not including academy players. You know, like the ones who are not. You know, like in just the general squad. You know what I mean?
Right, I've got you. Yeah. I'm gonna go for 13.
Okay. Do you want to go, Ben?
Yes. I'm going to go 15.
Okay.
I'm
Jay?
going to undercut both of them and say 14.
The actual number is 22, so that is actually 1 to Ben for being close.
Come on. I knew there was more.
So yeah, 22. So obviously you got the likes of, I think Burnley have 5.
Already I don't like this quiz.
Okay, that's okay. Alright.
It is a bit harder than our Irish players.
Okay, the next
Harry Arter?
The next question, is most capped Irish players, and I'm looking for the top 3. I'll start with you, Jay.
Roy Keane?
No.
What? No.
Ben?
No, who next then?
No, Ben. Go, Ben.
I just said Ben.
Mick McCarthy.
No.
Oh. Does he ever play for him?
Tony.
Robbie Keane.
Yeah, you go. He's got the number 1 spot. 1 point. All right, Jay.
I was working through them. I don't know. Who's the Irish keeper? Shay Given.
Number 2, Jay. Well done. You got one.
Yes.
That's a great effort.
That is a good effort. I love Shay Given as well. What a player. Ben? There's one more I'm looking for.
Oh, I don't know anyone. I'm just going to say Coleman.
No,
He's Welsh.
It's not a bad guess.
He's not.
Oh, I thought you meant Chris Coleman. Who did you mean, Seamus?
Tony?
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't got a clue. I'm going to go Shane Long.
Shane Long. I'll go through one more time then, starting with you, Jay. And if you don't get it, then you don't get it.
Irish players. He's still... No, he's French and he's still Van Disten. No, I thought for a second he was Irish. I don't know anymore. Irish strikers. Oh no. Harry Arter?
No.
I can't think.
Ben?
James McCarthy.
No. Tony?
Kevin Doyle.
Kevin Doyle? Oh, that's a quality answer. But right. I'll tell you what, Tay, I'm disappointed you didn't get this. John O'Shea. I am disappointed.
No. I forgot he was.
poor.
Yeah, I forgot he was there.
That's really poor.
That's
actually.
really poor from you, Tony.
Yeah, I'll see you guys later.
Alright. I'll go through all you again, and I thought I'll do one on the current Irish manager, and actually one of my favourite managers, and I know a lot of people in this, a lot of us respect him, and that's Mick McCarthy.
Yes.
So obviously, yeah. So I'm gonna actually do. I'll tell you the teams, and then you'll get one. It's Mick McCarthy's best win percentage at the clubs he's managed. So it's out of Wolverhampton, Ipswich, Millwall, Sunderland, and I'll go all the way through. Starting with you, Ben, but obviously I'll let everyone have a go. Just say which one. You can say the same team, Tony.
Millwall. Oh.
Yeah.
Sunderland.
Okay, Jay.
Ipswich?
Okay. The winner is Tony with Sunderland.
No.
Boom!
Really?
Yeah, his best win percentage. So, okay. Number 4 is Roy Keane. I thought obviously he's a big player for Ireland over the years. So
Yeah.
Who was he managed or assistant managed over his time as a manager or assistant manager? So I'll start with you, Ben. Sorry, because that one really won last time.
I actually don't know who he's managed.
Assistant
Not even
manager as
joking.
well.
Keane.
You can even go at the one, his current club. Who's that? The one he's at now.
Let's see. Ireland.
He doesn't have a clue. Yeah, Ireland. There you go.
That's not a club.
That's a nation.
Yeah, well, I'm doing nation. Yeah, I'm doing nation as well. Sorry.
This is a fix.
Yeah, this is a farce. I don't like
Go,
this.
Jay. I should have said nation, so it's my fault.
No, I'm done. Man United.
All right. No.
He's been an assistant there. He's been something there.
He hasn't been an assistant.
Okay.
Anyway,
Tony?
he's been the
Ireland?
manager of Sunderland.
Yeah. Well done.
Thanks, mate.
Ben.
Oh, we've got to name another one.
Yeah, I'll keep going. There's more.
Wait, well, one sec. Tony's not had this, has he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
said
just-
Sunderland.
Oh, right, yeah.
Sunderland.
What? Tony just said Sunderland, and you said Sunderland.
Oh,
This
I
is
don't
why
know,
you
Norwich.
lose the quiz every week, Ben.
I
Norwich.
don't know who Roy King
Alright,
managed.
it's fine. It's not Norwich. Alright.
Can I just say one thing? We do
Yeah.
not get told what the topic is going to be. This is completely off the top of our heads.
Okay, so I would expect your knowledge to
I
be
know
a bit
nothing
better
about
than
Irish football.
Yeah, but that's nothing to do with your knowledge, Ben. When someone said Sunderland and you've said it after them, that's
I thought you
nothing
said we
to
could do
do
the same
with knowledge.
teams.
Right, carry on. Jay, you go
Right.
next. I've had enough
Jay.
of this.
Roy Keane has managed Cork City.
No.
Oh.
Cork City, Tony.
He's current assistant manager at Nottingham Forest.
There you go.
Whoa.
Yeah,
What do you
that's
mean,
it.
whoa?
I didn't have a clue.
Googled that.
There's still 2 left, so go on, Ben, go with you.
Alright.
Managed or assistant managed?
Newcastle.
No.
I don't know. I
I'm
honestly
so
don't know.
bad at this, Jay.
I'm not any better. Maybe Blackburn.
Nah. Tony?
I've actually run out of guesses, so don't know. Aston Villa.
Yeah. There you
Oh my God, no! Do one.
go. Alright. Would you like me to end it there? There's 1 left, or do you want to go again?
No, I'm ready for another one. I've got this in the bag.
Alright.
The Ramblers.
Wow, what?
Who?
Right.
Corba Ramblers.
You've just googled that.
No.
You've just googled that, and I think that's wrong as well.
Okay.
That's his first managerial career. First
No, it's
job.
not.
1989 to 1990.
Although he might have beaten
Well,
the
Ben's
quiz
obviously
there.
cheating then, so...
He might have
so
beaten the quiz there.
Ben is
And-
just
and that-
cheated, so...
That's also his playing career, isn't it? Not his managerial career.
He's beaten the
That's a
quiz.
senior.
Nice one, mate.
Oh my god.
That's his senior career.
Alright, we're going to leave it at that. And
No,
I'm
I've got
actually gonna
one.
Take one of... Alright, go on then.
Mick McCarthy. I said Ipswich earlier. Ipswich.
Well done, Jay, you got the last one. Well done, mate.
I knew Ipswich would crop up somewhere.
I'm actually going to take 1 point off Ben for cheating as well, so Ben,
Oh,
you're
take
down
fuck
one.
him.
Ben, this is a family-friendly
So-
channel. No
Oh,
swearing.
sorry.
Right, let's
Right,
get on to the next.
Okay. The last question is top goal scorer of Irish football.
Oh,
I'll start with you, Jay.
Irish football. Does this include the Irish Premier League or?
Yeah, just an Irish footballer who's played for the national team, sorry.
Oh, national team. Right.
Are we just looking for the top scorer or the top 3 or whatever?
Top goal scorer.
Okay.
Because it was a bit way out. This person's
So-
quite ahead.
So can we say the same answer?
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, we'll do.
Okay, then good.
Would
Robbie
you rather do it
Keane.
like that?
Robbie
Well,
Keane.
Well, yeah. Well,
Robbie Keane.
Yeah. Okay, Ben,
yep.
Robbie Keane.
Tony.
Robbie Keane.
Yeah, it's Robbie Keane.
Well, I nearly said
Okay.
Roy, and then I realised that I got mixed up with striker and midfielder. I nearly said
Okay.
Roy, but
So this week's winner for the St Patrick's Day quiz is Tony McRoe
Oh, thank you.
on
Thank you,
6,
guys.
Ben
Yeah.
on 2, Jay on 3. So Ben
Yeah,
Awesome
last
second.
again.
When I can.
I didn't enjoy that.
see, as long as I'm actually beating Ben at something, I'm happy with that.
Okay,
I'll take that
well done,
out.
guys.
Right, that was
Bloody
a
hell, where'd you get that from?
lovely quiz from Jack Ritchie there. And I've got my little weekly feature that I do. Obviously, I'm going to talk about one man and one man only. And that man will be Blythe Spartans' Dan Maguire. He's been an out-and-out forward all of his career. Banging in goals. He's got 139 goals in 200 and odd appearances. And he's just an all-round poacher. He's what you want in a forward. He's certainly what I want and what I had on Football Manager. So it's my honourable mention of the week, Dan Maguire. And we'll move on. Ben, how was the EC game?
Yeah, it was absolutely
You sound
shocking.
shocked. You sound shocked.
It
So
it
you just
was.
woke up.
No, my mic just died. I do apologise for the little pause there. Yeah, it was a shocking performance. To be honest, not much to say about it really.
I think
We
the
need
wind
nap.
didn't help, but I also
It
went
was
to the game.
bad conditions, but
The wind.
can't really blame it on that.
Alright, Clark.
It was
Oh, yeah,
very
I'm not
windy.
blaming you.
Yeah, you got to blame the wind. Any
You
sort
out of
of
the playoffs now, Ben, or
We're still currently in the playoffs in 7th place, just hanging on in there.
How are you in there on 7th place?
It's down to 7 in the National League.
Oh, is it? Oh, so
Yeah,
that's my fault.
it's actually really interesting, the playoffs for the National League. It's different to any other league.
So,
Is it
so
true?
First
Yeah.
gets
I
How
didn't
many
first
go
know
gets
up?
automatically promoted. Right, so let me explain it. I'll explain it from the top. First, obviously, goes automatically up. Second
Yeah.
and third are like they're like in the semi of playoffs. They play each other, second and third, and whoever wins that goes to the final. And then you got 4th to 7th, all normal playoff rules, all play each other, and then they play the winner, finish that, and then they play the winner of second and third.
Oh, so okay.
that's,
That's
that
the
really
league for
is
this year.
a head shock for me.
I like that. I like that though because
It does take
like,
a little while to
obviously-
get your head around it, but
I mean, it's quite. I think it's quite simple, but I like the fact that they've done that because obviously, how many teams are in the National League? 24. Is that what 20?
yeah,
Yeah, it
Yeah,
used
like,
to be
and then
22,
obviously-
didn't it?
And obviously, how many teams go down?
3.
3, and then only 2 go up, so that's 5 spots. So what's that? 3 and it's 8 spots. Are for actual active
Yeah.
spots in the table.
No, it's
the
4.
other
It's 4. Sorry, 4. Sorry.
No, 4 go down. Okay, then so anyway,
Yeah,
9.
because it's-
It used to be 9, but now they've changed it to 11 active spots. So it means that, like, obviously, it's 13 spots in the league that are obviously you don't move or you don't have a playoffs or anything. So I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I was a bit disappointed about. They didn't have any cheesy chips. I had to just get regular chips, which I wasn't overly happy
Well,
about.
We've got a little thing. I'm speaking to the viewers here. I want Ben to do some features for this show, and I suggested one of them was, oh, those cheesy chips are good, or something like that. Where obviously he goes to Aldershot, he'll go to Barrow and places like that, test out the
Just
cheesy
ask for
chips.
cheesy chips.
Yeah, because EC don't have cheesy chips. What
I
kind
don't
of
think any
football ground?
non-league grounds do.
Well,
Yeah,
you,
I'm not
that's
sure.
your job, Ben, to find out.
Yeah, you got to tell the fans. You know, if the fans are going to Barrow, they want to know whether they can get cheesy chips.
Surely you
Well,
can
I'm going to
sneak
Dagenham
in.
Redbridge, and I'm going to Bournemouth, so
Right.
Well,
Surely you can sneak in Cathedral City. Surely they'll take it off you.
Dagenham Redbridge might do it because it's London. So.
You just look at the lost property. You just got boxes and boxes of cathedral and cheese graters.
Bag of cheese.
I know they're not in the National League anymore, but obviously Forest Green would have done it.
No,
So-
or they would have
so
had
they would
vegan,
have had cheese.
vegan
Yeah.
It's
cheese
got
and chips.
dairy in.
Yeah.
But yeah, so look forward to that, guys. Next week, Ben will have his cheesy chip feature. He'll be introduced. And speaking of cheesy chips, we've got a cheesy return in Zidane. What does everyone think about it, Ben? Is it Zinedine Zidane returning to Madrid?
I think it's a good appointment. Is it only? I'm not too sure. Is it only to the end of the season? It is only the season, isn't it?
I think initially it is, yeah.
Yeah, initially, yeah. So I think, yeah.
But I think
Good
he's
appointment.
more than likely going to get the job full time if it works out again. I think.
Of
I
course, they
think-
live in terror.
The reason why he left was because Perez, the president of Madrid, was like trying to have more of a say over like the transfers and like who stays, who goes from the club and all that. And Zidane was like, I want some more control. And then he was like, no, you can't have it. So Zidane was like, I'm going to walk away then. So now he's come back in where Real Madrid are in a bit of a crisis.
Yeah.
I think he's,
Yeah, he's able to demand what he wants.
He's able to, yeah,
Come with-
exactly. He can come in and demand for extra, like especially if he gets the job on the permanent basis in the summer, he'll be able to like have a bit more of a say in the transfers and who goes.
But
And
they're
who
saying they're
stays.
going to spend quite a bit, aren't they, as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think from that, and I think obviously Zidane's 3 Champions Leagues in a row, like not. That was ridiculous.
It's a
With
remarkable
that squad
feat.
as well. Like I think he probably is just the right man to go forward, and if he has a bit more of a say in the transfer dealings, and I think Real Madrid can get back to what they were like even last year, because obviously this year they've completely fallen away in the league, the Champions League, the cup. They don't win anything. They've got like 10 meaningless games into the end of the season, and that's just unheard of for Real Madrid.
You know, they're not really playing for anything in that league now. But I think it would be like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. If he performs, why not keep him? You know, don't change your working method. But anyone else have anything to add about Zidane? Obviously, there was talk of Gareth Bale moving to possibly Chelsea or back in the Prem, because Zidane's looking at Hazard.
He'd probably only go to Spurs, I would imagine.
You
Bale,
reckon?
if he returned. I think he would, but I suppose you would have to see.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
think on the other end of it, Hazard really, really wants to play under the Zidane. I think he
Yeah.
said that like last year, didn't he, or something? And then Zidane left, and he was like, oh. And that's why I think the move didn't go through last summer, was when we didn't ever put in an offer. And I think Zidane wanted him, and Hazard wanted to go, and then it never happened. So I think if Zidane's there this season, and Hazard's only got a year left on his contract, I think, as well, didn't he, at Chelsea?
Yeah.
So I think he's gone, and I think Bale's
Zofsky's.
probably going the other way. But I'm not. I say the other way. I'm not sure if he will go to Chelsea. I think if he was offered it, Bale would go to Chelsea. I think he would
Probably
be
wants
better
to just get out of there a little bit.
But
Money
So he
talks
might-
as well.
I don't know. They've got obviously Chelsea can't have any chance of these, can they, at the moment, because of their little
No.
ban, and obviously they've got Pulisic coming in anyway. So I think that's meant to be the Hazard replacement. Yeah, so I think maybe Bale could. I don't know. Maybe there's another team like United. Maybe he could go to, or
I think
back to Spurs.
in respect to Hazard, I would love to see him in the La Liga. You know, La Liga's my main viewing point of football at the moment, obviously because I've got 11 Sports, I can watch every La Liga game. But I'd like to see him in there. Better than Chelsea, because he's just choked it past season. And he's not been the same Hazard that came to Chelsea.
Yeah,
I don't think that's his fault, though, in my opinion.
But
In
no,
terms
there's-
of talent, no, he's a good player. I don't think.
I do
teammates
think
helped
he
him.
does. He's obviously a really good player and a really good technical ability. But he does have a sort of a mental blockade as well. I do think there's something a little bit like if you compare him to someone like I know Salah's not going through the same, going through a bit of a problem at the moment, but like you see, he is so much better technically than Salah. Like,
Yeah.
Salah just scores so many goals and contributes a lot more than Hazard does to the team. And I think it's just more mental rather than actual skill. And I think Hazard needs to get through that mental blockade, and then he can start scoring like 20 plus goals a season. But he hasn't done that yet, which is ridiculous considering the talent he's got.
I think it's in general Chelsea these past few years have just been in a rut that they seem to be trying to scrape themselves out of. And when you're a player, especially a player of Hazard's caliber, if the team isn't sort of playing how you want, you're going to be downbeat. You're going to be upset. Do you know what I mean? I think that is what's Hazard's problem at the moment. He's just lost his mojo, as I would say. But did you want to move on, or anyone else anything to add about Zidane and Madrid?
Don't think so.
No.
You sure? We'll move on. England and their call-ups, and I think I'll start this off because there's one exclusion that I can see why, but I don't think it should have happened, and that's Wan-Bissaka. I think I would have loved to have seen him called up, even just get a cap. But then again, do I want to see him play for Congo in
That's the
AFCON?
thing, there's talk that if he didn't get called up to this squad, then
Yeah.
he is going to say that he's going to play for Congo. So I don't
Yeah.
obviously know if that's going to happen.
He's got
but there's talk
Zaha in
about
there as well, isn't he? And obviously Zaha did the same thing with Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
Like, he's teammates with him, so he might be getting.
Yeah, Zaha's probably in his ear going, like,
Yeah, so
you've got to
Thing
think
is,
about
Wan,
yourself,
he
sort
can
of
get
thing. You
called.
can't wait forever.
He can get straight into that Congo side,
Yeah.
whereas England, he's going to
But
have
it's
to work, isn't he, for a few years?
Problem is, there is quite a few right backs, but then I feel like players have done a lot less and got called ups.
Yeah.
Than Wan-Bissaka.
yeah, I just want to say about Kieran Trippier and Danny Rose. They look absolutely shattered and tired, and like they really need a rest. They really, especially Trippier, like he's been
Yeah.
awful in like the last month or two, but he still gets called up because of his World Cup in last year. Sorry,
Yeah.
because he scored that free kick and he played well. And I just think I'm pretty sure Gareth Southgate came in and was like, oh, loyalty's gone out the window. I'm going to pick players who are playing well and doing well at that time. I feel that he's just gone back on it a little bit.
Yeah.
And especially in this England squad, because I called up Trippier, and Trippier's playing awfully, and I don't think he deserves one. He's probably going to play Pickford. Don't think Pickford deserves to play. I think Heaton should get in there because Pickford's been awful this season and recently. And then you've got
if you're
Barkley
going
and
on form, then you would go on Heaton, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Barkley and Loftus-Cheek though as well. They're in there. They haven't done anything. They have hardly played recently.
They just play.
Why are they there?
Barkley's
and then you haven't got. Yeah.
He's at Chelsea, so he's going to pick him.
Yeah, and then obviously James Maddison's not in there as well, which I was shocked about.
A lot of people were saying that. And
I was just like,
created a lot of chances, like in Europe or saying it's quite high up.
I know. I'm not, and they've got him Loftus-Cheek and Barkley, and I can understand like why you want to do that because maybe they're bigger names and stuff, but I just don't know. I think he's going a little bit back on what he originally said when he came into the job. That's my personal opinion, anyway.
Yeah, I think I was glad. I was glad to see Rice called up. I think Declan Rice.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, I think he's a good player. I think he's doing well. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad he's been called up. I think he can do a job. To be fair, I think he's better than like. He reminds me a lot of Dyer, but I feel like he could be better than Dyer, and I think he is going to be better than Dyer. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think he can do that job.
I think he's going to be about similar to Dyer, to be fair. I don't know how much better he can get because he is like a centre-back converted to a CDM, isn't he? I think a bit like Dyer was.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just think like with him, it's just going to be a sort of a couple of seasons he's going to play well for West Ham. He might get a move. He'll get a move to like a bigger club, and then I'm not sure it's going to work out because he's obviously talent there and he's obviously got good mental attributes. But Dyer just hasn't kicked on in the last 5 years just because he literally came into the squad. It's exactly like he is now. Hadn't increased his potential, but he's still a solid player. You'll still play him if you want to hold a lead or anything, or win a penalty shootout. So it's.
Here's a question. Talking about Rice, do you think he's too young? 20, been 20 in the England squad. Do you think he should have had an extra year in the under-21s, or?
I think that's the closest thing, really.
I think it's the same thing on the fact that if you called Rice up, why wouldn't you call Wan-Bissaka up? I don't know. Like I think Wan-Bissaka's just done enough, like as much as Rice has done. And Rice has got his call up, which he's been waiting on. So I think Wan-Bissaka's done enough to get that call up.
I think it should just be judged on quality completely, rather than like potential or experience. If you know what I mean? Because obviously if you call someone up, like I think they called like Walker up, who went in 2006 World Cup for potential rather than quality. And
well, it showed in.
And then
what was it with Rashford as well, didn't they?
Yeah. You call up. You don't need to call up your potential. You call up what's good right now. Like Jadon Sancho, he's 18, isn't he? He's been called up because he's one of our best wingers.
He should be on form. Yeah.
Yeah, not because he's gonna be great.
And then he has been great, hasn't he? So yeah.
Oh, I'm happy with Tarkowski getting called up. He's my sort of player.
Although Connor Cody, I think. For me, I think Connor Cody deserves. I think he's the captain of Wolves, isn't he, Connor Cody? And I think he's been solid, and I think he deserves a call up. Definitely.
Who would stick out for Connor Cody?
Probably Michael Keane. I think Michael Keane's been pretty poor.
Definitely.
Yeah, to be fair, I forgot about Michael Keane actually. He's been a lot better, but I don't know if that meant he warranted a call up. Is that just because he's at Everton, which is a slightly bigger team? I don't know.
It's the way the England squad works, my friend.
Obviously, you've got Callum Wilson as well. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
Oh, you know, I hate him. I'm not happy.
Why? Why do you hate him? Why do you hate Callum Wilson? What's wrong with him?
He's just one of those players who, when you play against him, your team's going to concede, and especially FIFA-wise as well. He's ridiculous. So I've just got a bit of a stigma against him.
I like Wilson. I think maybe he's come back from injury though, and I was a bit shocked.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think obviously, I don't know how long ago it was. He did have a really good spell, but right now, obviously, he scored a goal against us, which any player can do. So I don't know. After injury before that, so I don't actually think he's done enough to be in that team. with the
Yeah,
injury as well, I don't know.
Yeah, I would say that is there another player that could replace him? Obviously, Jay just said Glenn Murray, but he's 35 or 34, however old he is. So I'm not. Is there another player that could really take his place?
What about
Carroll.
Troy Deeney?
Oh
Actually, to be
yes,
fair, I like
Deeney.
Troy Deeney. I think Deeney is a good shout actually.
Well,
I
he'd
think
be
he's
quality.
been playing well this season, actually, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Really well.
Thing is, he brings something different to the squad, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he does, actually.
He's got passion as well.
He's got
I like a
strength.
player like that.
Yeah, and he's
You know
got,
his work is absolute off, so.
got a criminal
He'd
record
work
as well,
hard.
and that's exactly what we need. So
Yeah, we need a bit of rough.
yeah,
I think Trent Alexander-Arnold was given. He deserves to be there.
yeah, well, yeah. There's a lot of people who deserve to be there. I think there was just a few where you think maybe they should be up and
Surprises,
celebrate.
yeah.
What I find quite funny, sorry, is obviously, like, what was it? Maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, when we just had too much keeper options. Now it just seems like we don't know who to stick in this, like, between the sticks. Sorry,
Yeah.
I feel like it does seem a bit dodgy at the moment.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
would you play Butland or would you say
Heaton
obviously,
hands
yeah,
down.
like you said,
Heaton.
Heaton. It is a bit.
yeah,
They've all
I
been
wouldn't
hit with
play
injuries,
Pickford.
isn't it? This is the problem.
The thing is, he will play Pickford. And it's just,
I know he will, but he doesn't
Yeah,
deserve
exactly. Thing is, I don't understand it. What is it? Friendlies? Qualifiers? I don't even
to.
know.
Qualifiers, they are.
Qualifiers.
But I think we've already qualified. I'm pretty sure, or we're going to anyway, because of being qualified through the Nation League. It's like complicated, but if we don't qualify through this way, we'll have another route into it if we don't do it. So yeah, they are practically friendlies and meaningless. But I'll still.
I want to know why Bettinelli's not in the squad, to be honest.
He's actually in
he's-
this. But
Yeah.
That'd be why then. Sorry. That'd be why. He's obviously done enough. He's
he hasn't done
second
anything.
choice at a team that's second at the bottom of the league, who are considered second most in the league, who just rotate keepers up for fun, who just make mistakes. But I think he deserves to be in there. So fingers crossed for the next squad.
Yeah, I hint a little bit of sarcasm in there, but I think we'll move on.
Any other surprise inclusions for anyone? Or
Um,
I think we covered most of the squad, haven't we?
right, that's the end of the
Right.
podcast. Bang, slap dash, wham bam, thank you, ma'am. No messing around today. I think it's been a fairly productive podcast, apart from the quiz. Just because I lost. So
You made the quiz way too hard.
And there was some cheating in there.
yeah, there was a
Yeah.
lot of cheating from Ben.
Ben, you say that every week, even though I make it most of the week, like most of the time, easy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
can't
that
win.
was ridiculous.
Richie can't win either way with you. You're fickle.
Yeah,
Does no one think that's a bit hard?
You know what? I might make a separate one where it's just like, just for betting, and it's just like, what colour do Arsenal play in or something? I still get it wrong.
What colour is Chelsea's badge? But
Oh, you carry
anyway,
on with the
anyway,
But I'm gonna stop.
anyway,
Yeah.
before we ramble on for the next 10 minutes about obviously Ben and whatnot, we'll all say bye. So,
Wait, are we still filming?
yes, Ben, we still are. So say bye.
Oh, I thought we ended.
No, say bye.
Bye bye.
Right. If you want to slag us off in the comments, please do. If you want to leave a nice bit of feedback, a few likes, it's all welcome. This has been the Bull Talk podcast, and I'm signing off. Cheers, guys.